What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Flags, Rocks and Rollovers. Today we are in northeastern Tennessee. We're riding a trail called Tackett Creek. Really cool trail. I've done it twice. I broke every single time for stupid stuff. Nothing was ever trail related, just always kind of parts getting tired. So third time is a charm, I heard. Can't wait to hit the trail today. And we got some really cool people with us. We got my buddy Jason Vanuva with Mad Max YJ, who you guys know from Rainer Rocks, and my very good friend Enzo, who's been in the very first Hell and Back, or actually our first video on this channel. Enzo was in it, but without his buggy. Today he brought his self-built badass Ultra 4 rock roller, rock bouncer mix hybrid buggy thing with him. So we're going to talk about that later. And then we got Craig over here in his buggy. So Jason, Craig, Jeeps from McGeeface, Enzo. That's going to be the gang for today. Enjoy the video, guys. You guys ready?
We're ready. Heck yeah.
Let's hit the trail. Sorry for holding you guys up. Let's go. Alright, so let's hope this park or this trail here treats me better this time than the last two times. Actually, the very first time I did this trip was when the Jeepster was first built. I did a real bad rookie mistake and I built it with a Dana 60 in the rear, high pinion, terrible idea. And this was the place where I had to learn the hard way that that was a bad idea. And it exploded my entire rear differential and spit the spider gears through the diff cover. So maybe I'll find a picture. If I find a photo, I'll put it here in the video. But yeah, so that was my first time Tackett Creek. I had to get winched out of here because my rear end was completely blown apart. And then second time around, me and Jason went up here and I don't know, I had a bad bounce, something must have happened, and I broke a drive shaft. So that was my second time here at Tackett Creek. Also, not a bad obstacle, nothing at all, just happened, just gave up. So now it's the third time I'm here and I want to finish this trail today. So let's hope that nothing bad happens and we're gonna have a good day on the trail here with everybody without any bad carnage. Yeah, other than that, this is a really cool trail system, and apparently this whole Tackett Creek area is over 80,000 acres, which I wasn't aware of. Jason told me. So there's a whole lot of wheeling out here that is just not mapped, and people just don't simply know about it, except if you grew up here like Jason did. So what we're doing today, or what I'm doing today, is I'm using the brand new BFGoodrich OnTrail app, which is a super cool app that BFG just launched today, actually, to not only map or navigate through trails offline, but also map trails. So you can map it. It is super simple, super well done. You can navigate through existing maps, and then also, which is the cool thing about it, is you get to set waypoints along the way, so you can include pictures at certain places, you can put videos up certain places wherever you are on the trail. You can tell people where to winch, where to look out for. You can kind of comment on every inch of the trail and make people aware of the surroundings of the trail, or if anything changes. You can pull live weather updates, and yeah, you have a huge community aspect behind it. You can rate trails, you can comment under it, and then the next guy that comes and uses your mapping material to ride it can improve it. He can make it better. He can find more trails or additional obstacles, or can warn the next guy that comes up, you know, if, I don't know, a trail got flushed away, or a mudslide hit the trail, or a tree is fallen, you can mark it in the map for the next guy. And if that obstacle has been removed, the next guy can remove it again. So it's a very interactive thing. Absolutely badass, and the usability is just a dream. It is so simple, and you really don't need any special knowledge about anything to use it, to map it, to navigate, and to social interact with it. And it comes with a whole bunch of other benefits. You earn tread points, which are like kind of like bonus points that you gain throughout using the app. So every time you map, every time you comment, you interact, you contribute to the app, you earn tread points. And with those tread points, you can get rebates on BFGoodrich Tires and all kinds of other cool stuff. So make sure you go to your app store, no matter if Android or whatever, iPhone, and look for OnTrail. we're going to put a link in the video description. Please use that link. That does us good because it's some sort of affiliate link. We get a little kickback if you use our link. So please do so. Click in the video description below. Get your subscription for the service. It is so worth the money. I think it's 39 bucks for a full year. We might be able to finagle something here for Flex Rocks and Rollovers viewers to get a little something extra. If that's the case, it will also be mentioned in the video description below. We're going to show you guys throughout the day a little bit how the app works and what we're doing. Right now, I'm mapping a trail. This trail here right now, I'm mapping. So this is what it looks like currently. Let me show you without crashing. So this is basically what it looks like as I'm driving through a big water puddle. So it tells you, you know, how fast you're going, how much time you spend on the trail, the elevation of it, and distance traveled. And yeah, again, as I'm going, I can set waypoints. So if a tree is falling over, I can mark it. If an obstacle is coming up, I can mark it. I can leave a comment to it, so I can say, hey, hang a hard left on this obstacle, you make it right up, you know, or take a hard right and take the harder line. Like I can mention that in the map, and as the next person uses it, those messages will pop up. So it's really, really cool. Super excited about this app. I think the off-road community really needs something like this. It's awesome for experienced guys to just learn about more trails and to explore new places. And it is great for newbies because it gives you just a little extra boost of confidence to go out and explore. And yeah, to be safe out there. And yeah, just an amazing overall app. We will be talking about it a whole lot more on this channel and on all social media, so keep an eye out for it. And like I said, click on the description below and make sure you download it. So this is what this whole thing looks like. You can tell this is the route I've traveled. Now I marked a water crossing right here because we just passed a little creek, and if there's any more I want to do, I can click the plus sign and say hazard, road closed, rockfall, trail damage, put a picture to it, wildlife, all kinds of things. All right, tell me a little bit about this trail, Jason.
So this is No Business Holler. It's a little spot we've wheeled here locally forever. And I love it. This is as close as you can get to the old Tellico Trail system.
I agree.
Mount
This
Laurel,
is a jungle.
the creek.
Yeah.
You know, not really creek, it's a wet weather drainage that has some water in it from time to time. Steep, loose climb, marble effect. If you stop, you just set down, you know, kicking boulders out. It's not the roughest trail by any stretch across the country. It's just one of the coolest trails across the country.
Yeah.
It really is. You know, and when I get here, my mind just goes back to the Tellico days and the Mount Laurel and everything. And
yeah.
it's called No Business Holler because basically there's only one way in and one way out. We're going between two cliffs the whole way up the mountain.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool trail. It really
awesome,
is.
Man. Yeah, it looks like, let me go ahead a little bit and check this out. So this place really does look like the freaking jungle, and by that I really mean it. I mean, wow, this is gorgeous. Check this out, guys. All right, and that's the way we're going. I hope I can film this well for you guys. I don't know if it's just a long, steady climb by myself today. I don't know how much footage I'll really be able to get, but I'll do my best. don't know if you guys can tell, but this is steep. This is super steep and super loose. Crazy. All right, first little obstacle, and I'm in a hurry. Is my fan on?
Yeah.
Well,
It's been like running on the stove for a while now.
yeah.
I think that the line is exactly what Jason's doing. Like,
is as soon as I hit it, it smashes my windshield into the tree. I already hit my light bar twice.
so then dumb other idea,
I
but
feel like I should go this
so I
way.
was gonna say, what if you back up all the way and you come like just riding here and then turning into it?
My windshield won't allow to get me past that rock. It keeps hitting me in there. Give it a second.
You want me to open the hood? It's just gonna go faster. You're hung up on the back. You're lit. Back up. Back up. Back up. Yeah. Still? Ugh. There's a big rock just in the middle. Yeah. Yep, and turn this way now. Are you hard? Okay. Can you? Yeah. Yep. Keep coming. You're on the tree, but it's gonna kick you this way. Let's see if it wants to go. It needs to go back up there. Yeah. I'm not sure you'll be able to turn here. You know, when it went back down, that was the line. If you want to redo that, I'd say, woo, you have to
Back
like.
up and redo it.
If that's the line you want to take, yeah.
Can I not do it from here?
No lockers.
A buggy in my life. God, Enzo. Craig is up next. See what line he's gonna do. Let's see if I can give you a little bit better picture of this obstacle. Pretty gnarly. Rear diff. That was much harder than expected. Just didn't have the right wheelbase apparently, but I made it. Almost cost me my light bar, but I picked another line and then it worked out. So now we're continuing on, and again, this is just a constant hill climb. We're pretty steep and it's very, very, very loose. Alright guys, now we arrived at the bottom of the last big hill climb here. At least that's what Jason said, and it's like a constant, straight up, really, really rocky incline with a couple of obstacles in between. So yeah, should be interesting. It's been a good time so far. This place is cool. Look, almost like a freaking jungle. Jason's definitely right. This has definitely some good old Teleco vibes. I have to agree to that. Pretty awesome. Alright, let's hit this last hill climb. Got my OnTrail here going. I stopped it, so now I just hit continue and we're off to the races. Sharp incline, bam, starting now. Tell me about your buggy, Enzo. Give me the rundown.
It's a Bench Fab Evo 3 2-inch chassis. "14 bolts front and rear, built by Jake Berkey, Busted Knuckle Off-Road, like big bells, rad flow triple bypasses, 2.0 coilovers, and then like the standard stuff like 5.3, built 400, riot trailing arms in the back, PSC steering, like PRP seats, and that's about it. Like it's as simple as I could make it.
Trail rig.
It's a hardcore trail rig, I guess you can call it.
What was the vision behind it? What did you try to build?
I just wanted to like take an Ultra 4 and like go do dumb shit on the East Coast. So it's an Ultra 4 with like big axles and 43s on it. That's kind of what it was. And like
it's super low, super wide, and pretty
it's like
nasty.
17.5, 18-inch belly, depending on how much air you get in the tires.
What wheelbase?
115. The 14-inch coilovers, so like 50-50, like 7 up, 7 down in the front, and it's on trailing arms in the back, so it's got 24 inches of travel at the wheel. Jesus. And it's 12 up, 12 down. It loves going fast. That's kind of why I built it too.
Yeah, it's not really a rock roller, you said, right?
I mean, it can rock roll, but that's not how I have it set up. Like the, well, yeah,
let's get him out of the way. Is the UTV coming?
Yep. Yeah, it's got pretty tall gearing, so it can crawl, but it just like the transmission doesn't really like crawling like super slow, but it can do it.
Any other, like, tell the viewers really quick, what do you do for a living?
Oh, so just to I'm an industrial engineer in the automotive industry, and all
that brain went into this, so.
Yeah, well, kind of. Like, no, seriously, I had a lot of help from, like, some really good people in the industry. Like, I didn't build the chassis.
But your brain went into the, like, you did your own.
Yeah, I tried to set it up, like, with my own ideas, and it's kind of, like, my ideal buggy for, like, what we do here on the East Coast. And like the original like aspect of it, I guess, for like a full tube buggy, I really wanted to keep like the cooling package up front. So it's got like transmission, power steering, and engine cooler, like, you know, in the front of the buggy, nothing in the back. It gives it a lot of room for, you know, a big fuel cell. It's got like a 19-gallon good built tank, and there's plenty of room in the back for like, you know, extra like tools, parts, whatever you name it.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's a pretty like, you know, standard type build.
Well, what is like one of the things that you did different from other buggies, for example, like something where it's like, yeah, like a lot of people do it this way, but I did it this way. Is there anything that you point out where it's like, yeah, that is this is me?
The front geometry on this thing is like pretty original. Tim from BenFab like has it pretty much figured out if you want to go fast. It's very different from what you find as the standard around here, but it works. Like, it really works. It'll, like, you know, take some hits real fast, and after that it's pretty standard, just trying to go like trailing arms in the back. It's coming like in style right now. There's more and more buggies with it, and it's a great idea. You know, if you're building a buggy and you can like put it, you know, fit it and everything, I'd totally do that. Trailing arms are a game changer if you're trying to like go fast. And like, it's also like the first buggy, I spent like a lot of time like fabricating stuff, so I learned like TIG welding on it. Like, I started like working with like aluminum and stuff like that. I built a little, you know, dash pod or whatever you want to call it. Like, there's a bunch of firsts for me on it. Yeah. And it's a lot of fun. Like, I just enjoy like the tinkering aspect and like trying to see if what you think is gonna work is actually translating the real world and actually, you know, working. Yeah. So far so good. And like I said, lots of like really good friends, good people in the industry, like, you know, shared their knowledge with me, and I tried to like mix match from different influences and try to do like my own thing. Right. I love it.
Awesome. And tell people really quick where you're from and what your background is. Like, where do you come from? Obviously you're from France, but like,
yep, I'm French.
You had a samurai, I guess, in France.
Yeah, so I've always been into off-roading. Like, I have pictures of me at like 2 years old, like in a wheelless Jeep, not even able to like see over the steering wheel, but having a blast. And off-roading's always been in my life as much as I can like remember. And so at 16 I was, you know, driving a little crappy ass Samurai, but you know, that was the perfect rig to learn on because it's got basically like no travel whatsoever, tiny little tires, gets hung up everywhere. So if you can drive a Samurai on the hard stuff, you can drive almost anything, and it's a great like first vehicle to learn on. And so I basically went from a Samurai to like a XJ like Cherokee, that $500 Cherokee that I beat the crap on but had a lot of fun, and like went back to a Samurai, kept doing that for a while. And basically at the end of my studies in France, when I graduated with my engineering degree and everything, I had the opportunity to like come to the US, and it was like a dream come true for me because that's where everything, you know, like started from. And so I did that and basically was able to stay for longer than expected and keep going. I'm on my 3rd visa right now, and I love it. Like, this is the place. And basically the more I stayed, the more I wanted to like build a buggy, and yeah, at some point I just did it.
Yeah, definitely a similarity between us. Like, for me it's the same thing. I moved here when I was 21, so I think we kind of got into around approximately the same time frame. Yeah. Met each other for the first time on some race hill at SRS at Windhoek, I think.
Yeah, I used to like take pictures just to like get closer to the action.
Exactly, so that's kind of where we met, and like, it's been a minute. So he actually helped me to put this Jeepster together. Like,
the very first time. Yeah, we didn't sleep very much.
No, it was a rough couple of weeks, definitely.
But some amazing memories.
Definitely, that was a crazy trip. That whole like putting this Jeep together at GCO in Oklahoma, then bringing it out to Moab, and yeah, it was a blast.
Drive 16 hours one way and Moab for a week.
Exactly. I love how far back the engine is and how low it sits.
Yeah, it's got pretty good, like, you know, weight
distribution. Do you know numbers on it? Is it
I do. It's 55 in the front, 45 in the rear as it sits, and it's got room for like stuff in the back. And when I built something and I put more stuff in the back, it should be like right around 50-50.
Hell yeah. And what's the plan? You say you have some upgrades planned soon, right?
Yeah, in the works right now. I got a rear steer axle to replace the one that's in the back. I kinda like run out of money. Like, it's the standard stuff when you build a buggy, right? It costs like 3 times as much as you plan, and it takes 3 times as long as you expect it. So I just like run whatever axles I had laying around in the back. And so right now I'm building a big bell, you know, rear steer with like self-centering and everything. And then supercharger is coming on it probably, I don't know, in a couple of months, something
next
like
season.
That.
Let's just say next season.
We'll see. Yeah.
All right, I can't wait to hear this thing scream with the supercharger. I know this will be awesome. Cool. All right, let's go wheeling. All right, as we were riding through the trail, Enzo pointed out this little hill climb here on the side that he wants to try, so we'll give him a shot. Nothing too crazy. I think I stick to the normal line. Not worth the turning around for this. All right, now we came to a stop after climbing this little obstacle to go check out a cave. Tell me about this cave, Jason.
We've always called it the sand cave locally, and it's just a huge, between the water carving out, you know, the softer sand, it's just made a huge cave, probably 150, 160 foot at the face opening. You can go back in it pretty good.
Yeah, it's
and depending on the rainfall, there's a beautiful waterfall coming off of it.
Where I actually showered under this waterfall before. Yeah. Like a week of wheeling, I don't know, 6 years ago or something. We came here, checked it out, and hung out there for quite a while. Took a shower, a much needed shower. Yeah, it's a good spot.
It's cool, it really is.
All right, let's go check it out. Well, you got a video then, so.
Well, I get my video photographer with me.
Yeah, dude. Isn't this cool? The water dripping down there.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I showered under the thing once.
And of course, these freaking beer cans everywhere.
It's disgusting.
Dude, that's so badass.
Isn't it?
I love
How cool is this place, huh?
That's awesome.
You can walk all the way up there in the sand cave. Woo-hoo. We're a proud Tread Lightly partner since this year, and I think it's time to do a cleanup ride. So let us know in the comments who would be up to do a cleanup ride around here. Obviously we got to start somewhere, so this would be a good start. Tackett Creek, maybe the Sand Quarry, you know, all the places that are not maintained by a park like Windbrook or whatever. They're not saying it's not necessary there as well, but these places are not really managed, you know, these just open trails. So this would be a good spot to park. I mean, what kind of person do you have to be to come to such a gorgeous place and just throw your beer cans underneath this? Like, I don't understand. So here is my official shout out to Tread Lightly and to everybody out there that feels like I'm speaking to him right now. Let's do a trail cleanup ride. We're going to post something up on our page here in a little bit and see if we can get a ride together. A couple of guys, a couple of trash bags, and then go for it. Because we need these places to you know, still exist and for future generations. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. Who would be on board to do a trail cleanup here in Tennessee, northeastern Tennessee, to start off with, and then maybe, you know, continue on, do a couple of them every year. Better than nothing.